Thank you. My mother belongs to a group of women who go walking in the mall almost every morning before the stores open. And I went with her once to see what it was like, and I confess I thought it was going to be easy, but these women really tear around that mall. They left me in the dust, and I just hope that I'm half as fast as they are when I'm that age. So this is for my mother, but it's also for all those other women she walks with. The speaker in the poem is an elderly woman, and the title is Götterdämmerung, Twilight of the Gods. Götterdämmerung. A straw reed climbs the car antenna. Beyond the tinted glass, golden waves of grain. Golly, I can't help exclaiming, and he smirks, my born-again naturalist son with his souped-up laptop, sheer prodigy who insists on driving the 2 hours to the jet he insists I take. No turboprops for this old lady. On good days, I feel a little meaty. On bad, a few degrees from rancid. Damn knee, I used it this morning to retrieve a spilled colander. Now every cell's blowing whistles. At least it's still a body. He'll never believe it, son of mine, but I remember what it's like to walk the world with no help from strangers, not even a personal trainer to make you feel the burn. Most of the time, it's Flutterheart and her celestial royal mustache. Most of the time, I'm broth instead of honey in the bag. So I wear cosmetics maliciously now. And I like my bracelets, even though they sound ridiculous, clinking as I skulk through the mall, store to store like some ancient iron-clawed griffin. But I've never stopped wanting to cross the equator, or touch an elk's horns, or sing Tosca, or screw James Dean in a field of wheat. To hell with wisdom. They're all wrong. I'll never be through with my life. When Rosa Parks refused to get up from her seat, there's much about that as there also are about all those pivotal moments in history where a single, supposedly inconsequential action changes everything. And a question, I think also the larger question of what would each of us do in such a moment. So this first poem, which is called Freedom Ride, is more of a meditation on commitment than it is about those amazing freedom rides. Freedom Ride. As if after High Street and the left turn onto Exchange, the view would veer onto someplace fresh. Curaçao, or a mosque adrift on a milk-fed pond. But there's just more cloud cover and germy air condensing on the tinted glass, and the little houses with their fearful patches of yard rushing into the flames. Pull the cord a stop too soon, and you'll find yourself walking a gauntlet of stairs. Daydream, and you'll wake up in the stale dark of a cinema, Dallas playing its mistake over and over until even that sad reel won't stay stuck. There's still Bobby and Malcolm and Memphis. At every corner, the same scorched brick, darkened windows. Make no mistake, there's fire back where you came from, too. Pick any stop. You can ride into the afternoon singing with strangers or rush home to the scotch you've been pouring all day. But where you sit is where you'll be when the fire hits. Thank you. There were several other women who had been arrested for violating the segregation laws on the public transportation system in Montgomery, Alabama, before Rosa Parks, and they had not been chosen for various reasons to be used as a test case against the segregation laws. One of them, a woman by the name of Mary Smith, when asked how she felt about not being chosen, said, I'm just a girl who people were mean to on a bus. I could have been anybody. The enactment. Can't use no teenager, especially no poor black trash, no matter what her parents do to keep up a living. Can't use anyone without sense enough to bite their tongue. It's got to be a woman, someone of standing, preferably shy, preferably married. And she's got to know when the moment's right. Stay polite, though her shoulders aching, bus driver, the same one threw her off 12 years before. Then all she's got to do is sit there, quiet, till the next moment finds her. And only then can she open her mouth to ask, "Why do you push us around?" And his answer, "I don't know, but the law is the law and you are under arrest." She must sit there and not smile as they entered to carry her off. She must know who to call, who will know whom else to call to bail her out. And only then can she stand up and exhale. Can she walk out the cell and down the jail steps into flash bulbs and her employer's white arms and go home and sit down in the seat we have prepared for her. Sure. Thank you. This poem was written while I was on a diet. It didn't work. Chocolate. Velvet fruit, exquisite square I hold up to sniff between finger and thumb. How you numb me with your rich attentions. If I don't eat you quickly, you'll melt in my palm. Pleasure seeker, if I let you, you'd liquefy everywhere. Knotted smoke, dark punch of earth and night and leaf, for a taste of you, any woman would gladly crumble to ruin. Enough chatter, I am ready to fall in love.